welcome to my channel, or welcome back. If you are new here, thank you so much for joining us. If you are returning, you already know it. You are fabulous. All right, so today's video, this is a fall DIYs video. I used mostly Dollar Tree items throughout this video. I love everything that turned out. These are all going to be signs that you can make super quick and super easy. So let's just jump right in. All right, guys, so for this first one and my absolute favorite from this video, I picked up these gorgeous fall leaves from the Dollar Tree. These are the wooden maple leaves, and I picked them up specifically for the wood grain that was in them. I just thought they were beautiful. I've also got a 16 by 20 canvas that came from the Dollar Tree Plus section. So I just took the canvas off of my frame, which I broke the frame in the process, but that's okay. I just wood glued it back together, and then we're going to use some antique wax to paint this frame. So I literally just painted it on. I painted it on pretty thick and pretty dark. I wanted this to come out quite a bit darker than it was because I wanted it to be a contrast from the maple leaves. We're not going to be painting those maple leaves at all. So I definitely wanted this to be nice and dark. I dried it with my heat gun. I'm then going to start on the maple leaves. So the first thing I did obviously was just take the tag off, and then I began to kind of arrange them around the frame. I really wasn't sure just exactly how I wanted to do this. I had that little tag I thought I might use, and it just kind of took away from it. I just loved the maple leaves. I wanted them to be the star of the show, if you want. So anyways, the first thing I had to do though was get rid of that little hole at the top. So because we're not painting it, it was kind of hard to be able to just fill it in. So I just cut it off with a pair of scissors. Literally just cut that little tip off and then sanded it down smooth with my sander. So super easy. Now, I had some greenery, some lamb's ear that I picked up from Walmart, and I wanted to attach that to the bottom of the frame just to give this a little bit of something, you know, just to add a little something to it. So I used zip ties to attach these, and I did that because I didn't want a bunch of, hot glue and whatever. I just really wanted this to be put together really well and to turn out really nice. So anyways, I just used the zip ties to attach my greenery all the way across the bottom. Now, to attach the maple leaves together and then also to the frame, I'm going to be using my Starbond multi-purpose thick adhesive along with the accelerator. I use this glue all the time, guys. I love it. I think it works great. It is a super glue per se, but you've got the thick, the medium, and then the thin, and then that accelerator is just awesome because the second that the accelerator comes in contact with the glue, it turns into like a hard plastic or something. So this is perfect for this project. You can use it on wood, you can use it on ceramics, glass, metal, it doesn't matter. This glue is just really, really good. And I'll have a link in the description box if you guys are interested in the glue at all. Now, I used the same glue and the accelerator to attach this to my frame. Once I got the leaves together, just added the glue and then added my accelerator and then placed my leaves in the center of the frame. So stinking cute, guys. That's all I did to this, and I think it is so pretty. I love those maple leaves. The grain in that is just gorgeous. right, guys, for this second one, I have got one of these little cherry pie signs. It's just a little like shelf sitter. And then I've got these beautiful napkins from the Dollar Tree. Now, if you've been with me any amount of time, you know that I don't typically use the like traditional colors for any of my fall stuff, but I thought these napkins were just gorgeous. Okay, so I took the little shelf sitter and I painted it with my plaster chalk paint by Waverly. I then took this paint stir stick and I used that to make some shiplap lines on this little shelf sitter. So easy. I saw Crafts by Caitlin actually do it this way one time, and I thought, okay, why have I not always been doing it like this? Because this is so simple. You literally just draw the lines on with a pencil and then take your finger and smudge out the lines, and it makes the most perfect shiplap. It is so easy. Like, you literally cannot mess this up. I then took a little bit of antique wax and used that to brush along the sides, and then I just kind of really dry-handed, or light-handed, should I say, dry brushed across the top. Check this out. Oh my gosh, I think it looks so good. All right, now I'm going to take my napkin, a little bit of water, and a paintbrush, and I'm just going to paint around the portion of the napkin that I want to tear out. So it's so much simpler if you get the napkin wet, then you can just literally peel it away. So simple. It's so much easier to just rip it off, and you get exactly the portion of the napkin that you're wanting. So that's what I did. I'm then going to take some of my Aleene's tacky glue and water mixture. Now, I use this like Mod Podge. I like it better than Mod Podge. I feel like it's more cost effective, and I think it's stickier than Mod Podge. So I just used that. I painted it onto my little shelf sitter, and then I placed down my napkin. I then went around the edges, and then I got a little bit more of the mixture onto my brush, and I just brushed that on. And I wish you would look at how it just makes that napkin disappear. I mean, it literally just makes it disappear. You can see the shiplap lines behind the napkin. I think it is so neat how this happened, and I just love this. I think this thing is so pretty. Okay, guys, for this third one, I have got one of these signs that I picked up back during the summer. I loved these signs because they had the beaded detail, and then they also have the frame already made onto the sign. And they fit the Dollar Tree calendars perfectly. It's literally exactly the same size. So I have got a Dollar Tree calendar. This is the new calendars. My good friend Tiffany from North Carolina sent me these, and I could just not wait to use them. So what we're going to do is take the sign, and I'm just going to remove the frame from the backing. So I just simply used a screwdriver to kind of pop it up, and then I was able to peel it the rest of the way off. I also peeled off most of the paper that was on it, but we're going to flip it over and use the back instead. So I laid out all my pieces. I'm going to be using this ceramic coat in black. This is some great paint. I got it on clearance at Hobby Lobby. I have no idea why it was on clearance because it's excellent paint. But I just painted the frame with my black. I'm then going to use some of that same Aleene's tacky glue and water mixture to place down my calendar page. So I just painted the back of this sign with that mixture. I made sure and got it really nice and smooth, and it's a 1-to-1 ratio when you mix it. It's like half Aleene's tacky glue, half water. So very simple to do, very simple. I then smoothed in all of the little wrinkles and whatnot that was on it. It really doesn't make the like creases and all that Mod Podge does. It's just better. I just like it so much better, guys. Anyways, I used that to attach my calendar page, and then I just smoothed it down with one of the little scraper tools from the Dollar Tree, and then we're going to reattach the frame. I also poked the holes back in it to where the well, Lord, I just went blank, to where the hanger fits. Sorry. So that was the first piece that I glued on, was the one that had the holes in it. And then I just continued my way around the sign, gluing down the frame pieces. So stinking easy, guys. This was such a simple DIY, and it's so pretty, and it just could not have been any easier, I'm telling you. I just glued all these down into place. Now, once I got my frame glued into place, there were a few places that it didn't like meet up. So I decided to take some black paint and just fill in those little spots so that you could not tell that the frame wasn't exactly right, if that makes sense. So there is a little bit of a mishap in here, but it all works out. So I painted that in, and then I took the hanger and reattached it, poked it right back through the holes, and that's all I did for this one, guys. And look at how cute this is. I love it. All right, guys, number 4. So for this one, I've got 2 of these gorgeous hand towels that I picked up at the Dollar General. They were $1 a piece. I think they're so pretty. And then I've got 2, I think they're 11 by 14 frames. I think. I'm not totally sure on that. But anyways, maybe they're 8 by 10s. They may be an 8 by 10 frame. I'm not totally sure. But anyways, I just removed the canvas from both of the frames. I then laid my towels out and cut down my towels to where I would just have that one image. And listen, guys, this project kind of took a couple different turns, but as you can see there, as I have it laid out, I'm putting the frame down horizontally instead of vertically. Anyways, to do it horizontally, it was going to show behind the towel. So I had to put something else down so that way you wouldn't see just the blank canvas. So what I decided to do was take this buffalo check tissue paper that I also got from my good friend Tiffany. She sent me a big old box of stuff, guys. I have gotten so much crafting supplies. It is just unreal. And I cannot say thank you enough to each of you that have sent the crafting supplies. They are so handy, and I feel so blessed to have you guys in my life, seriously. But anyway, so I glued down the tissue paper with my Aleene's tacky glue mixture, and then I glued down the towel. I do the same thing for the other one. I glue down my tissue paper first. Just lay that out, flatten it out just the best that I can. And then we're going to put the towel right over the top of it. That way, if anything showed behind the towel, now I get a little smarter. Did you see that? I actually turned it vertically and it covered it perfectly, but I'm still not in that mind zone yet. I'm still thinking, no, it's going to show. It's going to show. I don't know. Anyways, this is when I got real smart, and I'm like, okay, if I turn the frame vertically, why did I not just do this from the beginning? Hello, we could have totally skipped the tissue paper part. But that's okay, because I do like that you can see the buffalo check behind the towel. I think that looks pretty cool. So I just stapled my canvas back to my frame. Super duper simple. And like I said, if I had just turned the frame, guys, to begin with, we could have skipped all of those steps. We could have totally skipped the steps of the tissue paper. Anyways, I cut off the excess with apparently a very dull knife because I was having such a hard time getting it off. So I go get a fresh knife, and boom, it cuts perfectly first time. check it out. So I'm going to leave the frame just bare wood. I thought it looked really good with this project, so I just decided to leave it bare. I did not paint the frame, but I'm going to do the same thing for the other one. I just flip it around, and look at that. Put it on there vertically, and the sucker fits perfect. Now, why did I not think of that, y'all? I don't know. Anyways, whatever. This project ended up turning out really cute, so it's okay. It's kind of part of crafting, right? It'll be okay. It's just crafting. Sometimes we make changes. Sometimes we don't realize stuff till the very end, but that's okay. So I cut off the excess, and that is all that I did for these two little pictures, and I think they turned out so stinking cute. Check these out, guys. For this last one, I have got this really pretty rug. It's a doormat that I picked up at the Dollar Tree. I could not believe that they had this. I thought it was so cute. I've also got some foam core board from the Dollar Tree, along with some of their tumbling tower blocks. This one is going to go really fast, and it's really simple. I'm going to be using Aleene's tacky glue, and what I did was just squeeze it out all around the edges. I wanted to make sure that I got plenty around the edges and the corners so that this rug would stick to that foam core board. So I just placed it on my rug. I put a pretty hefty amount. That way I knew, like I said, that the rug was going to stick down to the foam core board. So I added it around the edges and around the corners, and then a little bit in the middle. Placed it on my foam core board, and then added more of that Aleene's tacky glue around the outside edge of the rug. I'm then going to take the tumbling tower blocks and turn them on their side and place them around the outside edge of the rug, just all the way around it. There were a few of them that I had to cut to make fit, but I just trimmed those down, placed them back in there, and then cut off the foam core board from around the rug. So stinking easy, guys. It does not get any simpler than this. Now, I did decide to take some paint stir sticks and add those to the back. And that was just to give this a little bit of support, because that foam core board does like to kind of bend and crease and whatever. But I think this turned out excellent, and it was so easy to make, guys. Alright guys, that is it for today. I hope that you all have enjoyed this video. I know that I had a blast making it. I always have so much fun doing these DIYs for y'all, and I really enjoy being able to share them with you guys. I hope that y'all have enjoyed it. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up. It definitely helps my channel. Don't forget to share this with your friends and family, and subscribe. That would be awesome. Plus, hit that notification bell so that you will know each time I upload a new video. Also, check me out over on ko-fi.com. It's ko-fi.com. that is where you will find a page. It's Blessed Beyond Measure, and you can actually purchase me a coffee, which helps to support my channel. Or you can also find some of the DIYs that I do on this channel. You can actually purchase them from this website. It is so much fun for me to be able to do this. It's such a blessing, and I'm so honored that lots of people do end up buying my stuff. So be sure and go check that out. It's coffee.com. Plus, check me out over on TikTok, guys. I just started TikTok, and I'm having so much fun with it. All right. Thank you all so much for being with me, and y'all have a blessed day.